Hey, Good Fox here. So we got a video, and we got a whole bunch of new videos on Madden 19, and this one's lights from Madden Daily. Now, we've done a lot of footage on Madden 19 already, broken down what we've seen. A lot of the same stuff you'll see here, but in better definition here. So I'm just doing a screen recording of Madden Daily's video. As you see, the running's still a little weird. The leg movement's kind of strange. I think Lights mentioned if you're using the turbo while trying to like shift and make movement, you're going to be running through quicksand essentially. So you don't want to hold trigger too much, right trigger for the speed boost and try and move side to side. That's more of a straight line type of thing. So this at the beginning of the video, he mentioned something really weird and interesting, and he says he's gonna bring more videos on Madden 19 and a lot of the zones and stuff and whatever else. I'd definitely check out his video. It's like about a half hour. This will hopefully be a little bit shorter. I'll just go through some stuff that I found and I saw through the video and talk through some of the things he talked about and my impressions of them. So he mentioned competitive guys need to get used to playing all Madden. Now, I hope, and I understand. Oh, not I understand. I hope that's just for salary cap. Like, if it's just for salary cap on all Madden, I'm fine. I don't really play them all. That's fine. And it's hard to really say what all Madden's going to be when I haven't played it on 19 yet. You know, I played it on 18 a little bit. Not as much as I played all pro, but all Madden, from memory, basically just nerfs your cards and brings up the computer to a high, skill level reaction. So every single player, if they had, I think they reacted like a 91 zone, no matter what their zone was when they were on all pro. So it's kind of crazy there. That was a traditional Madden play. I call that a Madden to a T. Watch this running back right here. Watch this guy. No, it's like I don't want to touch him. So, Lights at the beginning of this video said, there's a lot of errors that they talked about, and they know about them, and they'll fix them for 19. Man, that's been in the game for years, and it's still not fixed. So, more Madden for you. I expect just as much frustration in 19 as we've had in 18. Maybe the gameplay, real-player motion looks cooler with the graphics and stuff, but there's still, it's custom celebrations. There's still a lot of things that they're adding, and hopefully they fix a lot of the blocking AI. I know Clint, the lead gameplay guy, is a former offensive lineman, so, man, I really do hope and pray that some of the blocking AI gets better in this game, that they can recognize guys right in front of their face and don't automatically switch to a guy 15 yards down the field when there's one staring at them. Even if they're 250-pound linebacker and you're just running back, man, you actually got to try. Don't expose Flacco like that to that kind of rush. So we'll keep going. Let's look at what I guess this play is a good one for downfield blocking. Now he's gonna throw to this drag. Oh no, this one. No, watch. Look at this. What's 83 doing? What's 83 doing? What are you doing? And then he went down. So this is the same issue that we have in 18, where once you cross the line of scrimmage, that's when they start downfield blocking. The line of scrimmage is like up here. You notice how he's still going on his route sideways, and until he's past the line of scrimmage right here, that's where he passes it. That's when he goes up and finds a downfield block. So that's something definitely needs to be tuned. That's a huge issue, again, that hasn't been fixed from 18 to 19. But I hope it is. Hopefully they watch this video and be like, oh, crap, we got to fix that. He talks about, Lights talks about low balls at 247 here. So about when I'm talking about it. And he says there's been more animations put in the game to help deal with them, which is nice. He even mentions that animation talk, it's tough to tell people and talk about animations because people say Madden's too reliant on animations to play the game. And it's more like just like telling a CPU what to do and letting them figure it out and letting the RNG numbers getting through versus actually like using on the field with your stick and them being responsible, basically having you, what's the word I'm looking for? I constantly use it, but I always forget what it is. Basically letting the player take over and have some agency in the game. So he also mentions that right stick isn't as useful this year, and that maybe it's more on the left stick too. So that's always nice because the right stick, it brings a lot of, RNG. Gun Trio Panther is the same as my Gun Trio Jag, so it's nice to see that's back. A lot of good plays out of that, including the bubble screen and the, the Z route out of that formation. So we'll talk about formations as they come up. And he mentioned strafe catch, aka face catching, in the game, and they said they tried to bring it back. I don't know who told them to bring back face catching or strafe catching with wide receivers, but those aren't the people you should be listening to. Like, that was, I don't know. People say, oh, it's a skill gap. I mean, it was pretty degenerative. Like, it was just people's offenses. Like, there was no reads there. It's like, make sure you run straight, throw the ball, and then stop with your wide receiver before the defense can act to it. So I hope it's patched into the game. I hope that's something that they're able to fix. Maybe it helps a little bit with some, but if it's overpowered like it was in previous years before 17, I think that's a terrible addition, and those are people that really shouldn't be having input in the game. All right, so he said nano detection's fixed a little bit for users. So if you like to user rush on like a linebacker through a gap, you won't get as stopped as quickly as you would, say, in 18, as you will in 19. He also mentioned halfback float, which means you can you can motion a halfback. You can switch the sides in the formation. What's this stuff? We don't care about that stuff. And like last year or this year in 18, some halfbacks and some formations you're not able to audible across. So they're basically fixing what I would suspect is a bug, or I would classify as a bug, not being able to motion guys. Like the inability. Oh god damn! Did you see that? Did you see that? Watch this. Watch this guy react to the quarterback running right at him. Watch this stuff. All right, roll out, Lamar. All right, so you're standing right there. I guess maybe if you're staying in his zone, that's fine. If you're covering this guy, it's like a damned if you, damned if you don't. But like right here, he's I don't know. Looking at it in slow motion, maybe he's playing it okay because he's stopping this guy from getting a pass, but letting him get to the end zone. But it just doesn't seem like he even reacts. So maybe I'm overreacting there to QB scrambling mechanics and them being able to not react very well to him. So with I think whenever you're not able to motion a guy, I know they took motion out of screen passes and for certain balance purposes, and that's fine for balance purposes. But in my opinion, they should make us be able to customize the game, but make us be able to like balance the game around it and have a counter for it on defense. So I don't think you should. I think you should be able to motion more than one player. Maybe not more than one player at a time. I still think that's wrong. Or like plays with motion in them, the auto motion. I still think you should be able to motion in those, but then you won't be able to snap the ball until the first person sets and the auto motion goes into effect. So I don't like that they restrict their motion, because Lights was talking about being able to first motion the wide receiver, then the halfback. Like, why? It just makes no sense to me why it's just locked down to those two positions, or those two specific motions. You should be able to motion one wide receiver across, then motion another wide receiver across, motion another wide. You should be able to motion them as many times as you want if you have that much time on the play clock. It just adds for a deeper game, more customizable game. Sure, players might be able to find better cheese with it, but defenses should be able to react to it. That's not a good way of game development if you can't react to it. All right, big nickel over G. Light said he's going to do a video on this specifically, but it's pretty interesting. These are the new plays they added on defense. Hopefully, they added more than just this. This is basically a nickel with a safety in a corner spot. So, like, this is I think this would be a safety. So it would be corner, safety, safety. I think, yeah, safety, safety. So it's kind of like a 4-3 lineman almost, but like kind of nickel because it's off there. Something interesting, like this formation will live or die because nickel doesn't get what would I say, boxed or what's weak boxed, but like dime packages. So that this package will live or die based off blitz angles. Like if there's a good blitz on it, I could see it being huge. Let's keep going frame by frame here. Shout out. All right, that's not the greatest blitz angle. Like I think the great blitz angles are like looping blitz angles. So like if this guy went like here or here, I could see it being a good play. It'll live or die based off the angles of the blitz here. So yeah, let's just keep rolling through. We'll discover more about this. Cover 4 palms is a new thing in the game. Basically, a cover 4 that switches to a man coverage based off the route assignments, and that's something I went over in a previous video. But obviously, if you audible out of these quarter flats, they'll change. If you go to like a what do I think, like cloud flat? See how it's match man. Light said man coverage was very overpowered at EA Play, so they're gonna hopefully nerf it a little bit going forward. So. At that pass rush right there, though, let's rewind that. So, a lot of competitive players, their offenses were block 7, like Skimbo. Block 7 send 3 routes out there. They're hard for the AI to defend. So watch this 4-man pass rush against a 7-man rush. So it's like 3-on-1, 1-on-1, 1-on-1, 2-on-1. Nothing. Sat in the pocket. Now, this is against the computer. Or, sorry, that was the user side against the computer. So maybe it changes. Maybe it's tuned differently. Player versus player versus player versus AI. But right now, the pass rush looks just as terrible as 18 going forward to 19. So that's, I don't know. See, with the pass rush, with 18, it needed to be weak because the zones reacted so well. So you needed time for routes to develop to beat zones. But in 19, if the zones are going to react randomly to the pass, I don't know about a weak pass rush. I guess it'll take a little bit for us to play. It'll take a little bit for us to decide what to do. Let's get forward a little bit. I want to go to like... He's got a good videos. Definitely check it out. Check out all of it and the stuff he talks about. It's very nice stuff. All right, so... Watch this linebacker movement. Like right here. Watch this guy. Watch what he does. Nice play. This is a really good play in 18 too. The run defense is also looks like it's relying on block sheds too again this year. I don't know. There doesn't seem like as much push as there should be. So block sheds are going to be a big deal this year. So basically, what you do is fake the run up the dive and just skip it out left. This is a very good play. I think it'll be a big play at the start of 19 if this is how linebackers react. Like look at this idiot. Look at this idiot right here. So he's not even attacking the hole. He's just like jogging to the right. Same shit. So if you're like a 4-3 and this guy was... Here, let me go back. Come on. So this guy was even over here. Like, I've watched my 4-3 linebackers. Like, say if this was set up like 4, and then these guys were shifted like 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, instead of shifted over like a 4-3. Is this a 4-3 under front or over front? I didn't see. But I guess I should be able to tell. This is a 4-3 over front. I think. Let me check. What did he go to? Oh no, he's on offense. We'll check after the play. So, dive. These guys go over here. Doesn't matter where they are. They just float over here. Little floaty boys, and they get easily hooked and pushed way out. Like what? This is one of the reasons I have an issue with Madden 18 and its run defense. And now the run isn't as good because the block shed is so high on defense with all the golden tickets. But like that's absolutely embarrassing. This guy, sure, his responsibility is zone coverage. But watch him just bail at the start. This is a straight dive. Watch him bail at the start of the play. Look at that. What? It's a straight dive. I don't know. That doesn't seem... And then he just turns his back and runs right at the start of the play. Like, is that how a football player is supposed to play that? Somebody let me know. Somebody in the comment section. Oh, got fucked now. That's exactly how you play football. Every time... At the start, very first play, if you have edge contain, if you're the contain defender, this is what you do. This is how you play. Watch this. Perfect technique right there. Perfect technique. Turn your back to the offense and run backwards as they're running a dive. I really can't draw it up much better. Belichick will be handing out gold stars for that play. Nice work. All right, so there it is. That's why that dive is gonna be effective as fuck. And when the game starts. Unless they tune that somehow, but that is seriously embarrassing. I mean, if I were coding this game and I saw that on film breakdown, I would hang my head and cry. Like, how's that not fixed? Anyways, let's move forward. So Lights also talks about clicking on for SWAT D is important and that aggressive catch plays well. He mentioned coverage being better and guys actually reacting to guys running through their zones instead of just kind of like staying in their zones and reacting really well. That's a huge improvement on coverage defense. There's a lot of match man concepts that he's running, or the defense, the computer's running, and that like he said, man coverage is overpowered, so match man, not the greatest thing if they're going to tune it down. Like, oh, this is all great, because we said the same thing about EA Play last year, when every card had over 91 zone. All right, let's look through what kind of coverage he goes into. If he goes into a match man. But so like every card had 91 zone at EA Play, so the zones obviously played very well. Once we got the game and the low-rated MUT players, it was kind of a little different. All right, does this look like a blitz? I don't like that. Because they're going to go to match man. Come on. What do you got? Nah, that's a run. Run D. Next play. A little replay. All right, what do we got here? Let's look at another blitz. Another run. Stop running the ball, Steelers. Stop being the Steelers of old. Start being the Steelers of Antonio Brown. All right, pistol. What do we got here? Come on, show us a pass. All right, so what he said is is that guys play the man near their zones. This is a similar phrase we got last year. I don't know. We'll see. Attack the zone. This is kind of a nice carry. This is a nice carry right here. This guy was open underneath. The user had to clamp down on him. He said it was both harder to throw hit sticks, but also like you got better animations on hit sticks. So it'll be more high risk, high reward, which is kind of cool. I like that. Let's see. Cover 3 press, he says bumps. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Like cover 3 press in 18, if you didn't base align, it made a lot of receivers chop their legs off the line of scrimmage, and you'd be able to get a one-play touchdown. So if it's a cover 3 press and bump, if the wide receiver is able to get a good release, it's like an auto touchdown, right? It depends on how good the bump and bail is in 19 to see how good that press is. All right. He also mentioned target passing. RIP. You're not in Madden 19. So target passing had a good run. 2017 or 2018. Rest in peace, target passing. I don't think anybody's going to be really too afraid of, or too mad about you going. He also mentioned practice mode for MUT. They just put in an elite team and a legend team to allow you to use like MUT-esque type of players, and the elite and legend playbook are also in the game, and he said the elite playbook is his favorite in the entire game, and he hopes they don't change it. And I hope that, I mean, if there's a clear great playbook, I don't know if I like that. I would prefer things in this game to be balanced. So if like there's one meta playbook that everybody's running, this game's gonna get stale as fuck. So we'll see. Hopefully they can add more effective stuff to other playbooks, because just running one playbook all year would be boring. I saw in Anto's video, had some nice touch passes in his video. I don't know if it was just a quarterback with a bad arm or whatnot, but it looked like there were touch passes getting in there. That's still always a tough one to adjust to, touch passes, because you never know. Like it's so slight a difference between the touch passes. Disappointing he didn't run like a low throw right there. Jackson is kind of looking like, I think it's this replay right here where he just looks like an absolute Goomba. Yeah, look at that. Look at this. I love that. I love this. He looks like what is that Mario movie from the early 90s? Oh man, those Goombas, those tiny headed motherfuckers. All right. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for this video. So check out Lights' channel. This actually went longer than I thought it was going to be, but thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or reactions to Madden 19 footage. I'll keep talking about Madden 19 as we go along, but thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.